any questions. Yes.
Thanks a lot. I wanted to ask you, I'm sure obviously you've seen that the observer state of Palestine has announced that it's signed 15 treaties, and there are differing reports about whether this involves joining UN agencies or depositing instruments with the UN. First, can you say what, if any, documents the UN system has received? And two, does the Secretary General, does he welcome these accessions to things like the Convention on Torture and other against torture and on children in armed conflict, or does he have any comment at all on this move by the observer state of Palestine?
Well, first of all, yes, we can confirm that Robert Serry, the Special Coordinator for the Middle East Peace Process and personal representative of the Secretary General to the PLO and the PA, has received 13 letters for accession to international conventions and treaties. Once we receive the letters at headquarters, we will be reviewing them to consider the appropriate next steps. You've asked about which treaties and conventions these were, and I'll list them as following, and I guess we'll try and print them out for you afterwards, but here's the full list. The 13 that we received are the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, the Convention on the Rights of the Child and the optional protocol to the Convention on the Rights of the Child on the involvement of children in armed conflict, the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, the Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties, the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination, the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman, or Degrading Treatment or Punishment, the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, the International Convention on the Suppression and Punishment of the Crime of Apartheid, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and the International Covenant on Economic and Social and Cultural Rights. And we have been informed that accession letters for the following conventions were submitted respectively to the Swiss and Dutch representatives to the Palestinian Authority. And those are the Fourth Geneva Conventions of the 12th of August 1949 and the First Additional Protocol for the Swiss, and the Hague Convention respecting the laws and customs of war on land and its annex, regulations concerning the laws and customs of war on land for the Dutch.
Could I ask just one?
Yeah.
I understand that you have to review the documents before you can, decide whether all of these things can be joined by the observer state of Palestine. But I wanted to know, it's a pretty big move. Does the Secretariat or Secretary General in particular, does he have what is it? Not his legal view, but his view of the move. Does he have any comment at all on it?
Well, regarding that, and regarding the impact of this on the situation in the region, the Palestinian leadership, including President Abbas, upon signing the accession letters on Monday night, has repeatedly emphasized that it wants to continue the negotiations with Israel that started in July 2013 under U.S. auspices. We hope that a way can be found to see negotiations through until the scheduled end of the 9-month timeframe set to expire on the 29th of April. The goal remains to arrive at a substantive basis for negotiations towards a comprehensive peace agreement on all final status issues. Yes.